what we've seen with ChatGPT 5 is an example that the models aren't as robust as we think. Number one, I think there was a stat out there, something like 95% of AI projects or experiments are failing at the moment because people can't prove how they come up with the information. What's behind the AI black box? How are they actually coming to a forecast or a plan or what if scenario? And so before you jump into this conversational agentic piece, there's a couple steps that you really need to develop before you can even trust an agent to look at your data and provide something valuable to you and your teams. And so where we have been guiding companies is start thinking about building the AI foundation. So obviously you have your core systems of record, right? Your ERP or your ledger, which houses all your financial information. But if you think about what an agent is, an agent wants as much context as you can to train it on to give you more valuable insights. So this is a divergence away from traditional planning solutions where they really focus on finance. Una is really about connecting, more context around your business performance so that you can actually drive better outcomes. So if you think about finance, well, you think about a black box for finance, oftentimes it's, well, how is revenue orchestrated? How do we understand our pipeline better if we have sales reps or if we have product-led growth motions or we have, orders coming in from manufacturing? Where's that data coming from? Where does that information sit? A lot of this information and data is detached from finance and their planning process. That's where we start. Now, when we build these different models that are connected across the business, the first thing that comes to mind is data integrity. So this is, I think, where the first layer of AI can play a strong role, where you can layer in a really robust AI native anomaly detection agent. So you really try to build that trust agent at the lowest level of granularity so that when you do drop an agent on top, like you're going to feel comfortable knowing that you have really strong architecture and integrity around your data so you can trust the results that it's providing. So we start here, we start the context and we drive a layer of anomaly detection and reporting where we have an agent always looking at as data comes into the system, is it anomalous or not? And if it is, it triggers a response, create a report, identify the outlier, inform the person to actually take a next action. The next component is, well, what are the things that I wanted to help me forecast with? We've heard folks tell us that a bottoms up forecast for, let's say, pipeline or revenue is usually built on sentiment based on what the team is feeling. And oftentimes it's not as accurate as if you have a really keen understanding of the operational flow of how your pipeline has moved over time because you're capturing real-time data in terms of your leads, opportunities, and customers. If you had that level of data and you trusted it, then you can get much more accurate predictions on where future months, quarters, years might look like. So once you have those three components, so strong foundation, a strong trust agent, and then a predictive agent, then you can start layering in the agentic. Assistant will then be, layered on top. We will call that, like if you think about the Maslow hierarchy of needs, once you've actually solved for the base level of need, then you can start self-actualizing on what everybody wants, which is the conversational agentic AI.